It's the last episode of Unhinged. Oh my God. I just sat down after changing and it's like kind of hitting me. I don't know why. I'm already feeling like I could cry, but I could. Okay. Let's do this. Hello, everybody. What's up? And welcome back for the last time to Unhinged with Chris Klemens. So this isn't clickbait. This isn't a cry for help, honestly, as much as it seems like it is. But this is the last episode of Unhinged with Chris Klemens. Now, I'm going to stop saying that in case people are getting upset. But what I do want people to note immediately is that this isn't over. Okay? So I started Unhinged 160 episodes ago. And I don't even know how many. That's like over 2 years ago. And I really started it as an experiment in podcasting. Unhinged was created, honestly, to use as a proof of concept for if I had a talk show. And starting it with that was a very hot take, in my opinion, because I didn't know what my thing was. I mean, we all watched this happen. We all heard this happen of me just sort of not knowing some days what the fuck I was doing with a podcast. I felt like I was terrible at podcasting. I didn't know how to be good at this. And if you've been with us since the beginning, the format has changed approximately 900 times. And that's why I call it an experiment in podcasting, because it's been just that. However, if you've been listening to the podcast pretty consistently lately, it's clear that I've really found sort of my purpose in podcasting, which sounds like way deeper than it really fucking is. But I've really been enjoying the live calls and talking with y'all. And I feel like the experiment is over. Like, I understand what I want a podcast of mine to be. And that is why I am stopping Unhinged, because I want to start a new podcast that starts off already sort of having the rough draft figured out. And now I want to fine tune this as a show that is its own thing, that is fleshed out and understood. And I'm so excited. It's pretty much going to be the same thing. Yeah. So this is like so much more dramatic, but listen, okay, I'm a fucking theater kid through and through. So of course it's going to be drama, but it's a new name. We're going to have an entirely new set. But I have such a special place in my heart for Unhinged. We've done so many crazy things on this channel. I mean, I think back to like the Halloween special where I dressed up as Jack Skellington and Worm was Zero from The Nightmare Before Christmas. I mean, just the countless guests I've had on. I love that I get to see the last 160 episodes of my life kind of there. And I've had so many amazing people be a part of this podcast and help make it what it is. Now, this podcast wouldn't have been possible without so many different people who have been a part of the show at one point. And wait a second. We're getting a call from one of them. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. Who is this?
Hi, Chris Klemens. This is Jake. How are you?
Hi, Jake. Now, I figured for the final episode of Unhinged, it would only be right if we heard from you and Justin and Sam.
Woo-hoo.
So I told you guys to come prepared with two things. One, what your favorite moment from Unhinged was in the 160 episodes we've recorded. And then I also would love some feedback on what's one thing that you would do differently.
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, congratulations on so many epic episodes. We have loved recording with you, and we're so happy that we made it. God, we made it past 100. That's amazing.
We did about 159 more episodes than I thought we were going to.
Correct. And I remember when we were talking about it way back when, I don't think either one of us ever thought it would maybe even go past 30.
No, I remember that.
That's incredible.
Yeah, Jake, if you don't know, Jake is the one who I created Unhinged with, and we pitched it around and hustled, and
Yep.
it's because of Jake that this podcast is even half of what it is. So I am very grateful. And I will say, I do want to say, one thing I would have changed was how hard I was on you in some episodes. We've talked about this a lot off camera. And like, that's always my most important thing, is like how we are like one-on-one. And I told you that a lot of it was just, you love a word count. And sometimes I'm just sort of like, we don't need that right now. And I would get really frustrated and short, and just, I hope you know that it was never anything. I know it's weird to say it wasn't personal, but like, it really wasn't. It was just more like me in a terrible mental spot while also being so insecure with podcasting to begin with.
Listen, first of all, I appreciate you saying that. And we're just talking to people we care about. And I think that's the most important thing. So there's a lot of love. You and I have a lot of love for each other and appreciation. And it's been a joy to make this podcast with you. I would say the thing that for me was the thing I loved most, it really was the friendships that we forged. You know, the four of us, you and Sam and Justin and I, like we had fun. We had fun before the episodes.
We had more fun after the episodes. Oh my God.
I have so many screenshots and selfies when we were all together. I think I could probably make 50 albums worth. But I would say my favorite part really is the camaraderie that we had.
I agree.
I hope that showed for people when we were together and just, shooting the breeze and having a good time, trying to, help navigate things that were going on, certainly in your lives and listeners' lives. And I think that for me was just the friendships that were forged. That's number one. I know it sounds cheesy, but that's my number one.
I couldn't agree more. The way that we really formed like a family was really special. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just have podcasts and it's like, all right, I'm sitting in my chair recording, but it's like that we went so much deeper than that. And it's fine if you don't on your podcast, but that really did make it so special.
It was real, and it wasn't just coming to work. It was coming to talk about things and people caring about each other and caring about the audience. There were so many different iterations and segments on the show, and it had multiple, incarnations as we were doing it. So it was really, it's a joy. Listen, it may be coming to an end, but we're not coming to an end. And I think that's the most critical thing for not only our family group, but also the listener group and everybody who was involved in this project.
That was such a Disney Channel movie exclusive, like tagline, like just because we're going away doesn't mean that we're going away. I'm dead. No, but it's true.
Are you calling me the Disney Gary V? Is that what's happening now?
I would have to understand that reference to do so. Now, what's one thing you would have changed about Unhinged at any point of the show?
I think we touched on touring, but we could have done it in a massive scale.
Yeah, that is so true.
Yeah, and I have particular segments and ways of the show flow and the run, and when you and I were talking about building this out and even early on when, I came even with like a simple rundown, like it's not so much like a segment or two. I think that would have been really a fun thing. And maybe we can do it like a reunion. One thing that I do want to say is we had New Year's resolutions, and I was supposed to learn a song and then play and sing it live. And I guess it coming to an end saves me from doing that. But I actually did learn a few songs, Chris. So at some point we'll do that. I don't have an instrument on me right now. You caught me without an instrument.
And that is okay.
I think everyone's ears are going to be better for that.
I'm dead.
But I did do that. I actually learned them because people had suggested certain songs, and I have to admit I didn't know all of them. But I ended up learning multiple new songs, and I can play and sing maybe for myself. I don't know that others would know what I'm playing or singing,
Sure.
but I did do it.
Oh my God, good for you. I don't even remember what I said my resolutions were going to be, so fucking party on. Wow, good for you.
But yeah, all the love and happiness, and I've appreciated this run, and we have many more in us, and let's have fun.
Let's fucking take our tops off and have fun. Let's do it.
I think so. Let's do it. All right, I'm hopping in the pool.
Alrighty. Thank you for everything. I can't believe this is the last episode. This feels like truly like the last day of school when you're like going around and getting your yearbook signed and you like have to get everybody before like in the highest grade who's graduating that summer. Anyways, I don't know why this is like how I feel, but like, oh my God, there is such a sense of like, oh, that's crazy. But no, I appreciate you, and I couldn't not have you be a part of the final episode. So thank you for everything that you did that made Unhinged, and I'll talk to you soon.
All right, hasta la pasta. Bye-bye.
Hasta la pasta. Oh, that was so special, and this episode is probably going to end up making me cry. It does feel like it's like that last day of school where you're sort of like, you're like kind of like retrospective, but you're also like, I have the whole rest of my life ahead of me. Like that kind of vibe as you're like signing hags. Well, do kids even have yearbooks anymore? Are they like digital iPad exclusives? Wait, we're getting another call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. Who is this?
Hi, Pumpkin.
Hi, doll. Justin.
How's it going?
It's going well. It's the last episode.
Have the waterworks started yet?
I honestly cried on last week's after show, which, if you didn't watch, was the after show I recorded after the last episode that we recorded. But I explained on there sort of what was happening.
Okay, good.
So all of those people got the exclusive look on it, but I cried there. I just feel...
I'm feeling a bit misty-eyed myself.
Yeah, you're wet. No, but I it is crazy because it's like, obviously I've been doing this shit for 12 years, and it's like people know me from YouTube and people sort of like follow everything, but I feel like with Unhinged we really built like a very like consistent, dedicated community.
Oh, definitely.
And like it's like its own little world, and that's what got me a little misty in the after show, was just how many people have supported 160 episodes of this, and that got me. These phone calls, I feel not as misty-eyed because it's like I talk to you guys just in my normal life, so it's not like this is like some grandiose like goodbye, the Wonka factory is closing down, but it's definitely like cuckoo crazy.
Well, I just look at it as like a new chapter, or like the first step into like another adventure.
Yeah, I was saying that like I feel like Unhinged was a little experiment, and now we really understand what the fuck it is we're doing, and it's time to like take that to a new place and then do fine-tuning instead as we do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what was your favorite memory part of Unhinged, like any of it?
I mean, every time that we would rank like the liquors and the and like the White Claws, because ultimately after the taping, like me and Samantha would just bring home like boxes and boxes of booze.
Yeah, I would give it all to you guys because I would be like, I can't look at any of this.
And like I think specifically like the seltzer one was like remarkable because it was like you did like it was like 30 or 40 or like
it was like 27, I think.
Yeah, like you turned your body into like a true chemistry set. Like I can't even imagine the amount of like 8-syllable ingredients that were like coursing through your like veins.
No, and then I drove home after that. I'm just kidding, guys. No. I'm pretty sure Jake drove me.
That's nice.
Yeah, no, I did not drive after that episode, guys. I mean, I would be in jail. I mean, I would be in federal high security jail if I drove after that episode. I was fucked up after that episode.
On a more sentimental tip, just like all of the holiday episodes were so fun to like decorate, and like we got to get like creative with like the costuming and like the lighting and stuff like that. Those were always really fun.
Oh, those were. I don't even know like how we got into those. I think I was just like, I like production. Oh my God, I really am a theater kid through and through. Like, I just loved the idea of like a good production. Remember that time I spent like $1,000 on the Christmas set?
On the trees.
And then, yeah, the podcast studio. Oh, the guy who was trying to jack our money fucking stole the trees?
Yeah.
And then said that we owe him money?
He took it as like collateral.
Ooh, see... Oh my God. I mean, bitch, hand over the artificial furs now. Oh God. I mean, everybody is lucky that I have momentary bursts of like the truth, because the way oh God, that chapter was like low key kind of fun, because like it was like, I get to be unhinged and like angry. I don't even remember that.
It feels like a blur.
Oh my God, it feels like a past life. What was one thing that you would have changed at any point of Unhinged? I'm like I'm not doing this as like we need a positive and a negative. Like I just genuinely, I'm just like, I find this so interesting. It's like user feedback. I'm like, what would you have changed at any point?
I just think I would have shot my shot with Jake a lot sooner.
Okay. Thank you for calling. That is so gross. I'm putting on my HR hat and saying you're fired. I'll be speaking to you about bringing you on to the next project.
Well, you asked me about things I regretted, so I was as honest as I could be.
Well, no, I said things that you would have changed. You said things that you regretted.
I wouldn't have changed. I wouldn't have changed anything, man. I think what it ended up becoming was a beautiful thing, and it's not about the destination; it's about the journey, Chris.
Yeah. Okay, Miley Cyrus. That it's the climb. You fucking better. I will say, and like this was probably one of my favorite Unhinged moments, and it was like the first time that I had met Justin, and it's in the show. He was crawling under the camera, and I remember like laughing, and I think maybe I even pointed it out in the episode. I was like, oh, the camera guy is crawling. And then the next week you come in and tell us, or the week after that, oh yeah, my entire kneecap is broken. And I was like, who the fuck is this like half bleached, half roots fucking skater bro? Who is this? And it turned out to be like one of my favorite people I've ever met in my time doing all of this shit. So yeah,
that reminds me, I think it was like a week after that too. Like we finished wrapping like I think episode 2 or 3, and for like seriously no reason at all, you and I shotgun beers behind the couch. I knew then, I was like, this is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Oh my God, that was before I knew I had a gluten intolerance. Shit was good. Damn. Oh, Justin, I love you so much, and I know that so many of the Unhinged listeners love you as well and have been missing you. So thank you for everything you've done to make Unhinged what it is.
Of course, and like, yeah, shouts out to everybody that supported our silly little show. Like, I'm just happy. I know that it's like life is tough, and I think our show meant a lot to a lot of people and helped them throughout their days. And for any kind of material that you produce, I feel like that's the biggest compliment. It makes it all feel worthwhile.
1,000%.
Thanks to all the listeners.
1,000%. And that's what got me misty earlier, was that exact sentiment. Like, seriously, guys, thank you. The way it meant to you guys, like, this show also means to us. I know at some points that there's probably video proof that I think otherwise, but all in all, I can't imagine my life without this experience. And it kind of set us up for what's next.
Yeah, stay tuned. Wink, 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 wink.
Stay tuned, wink. I already explained what's happening.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Well, I love you, Justy. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Love you, buddy.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my God, this really does feel like a fucking last day of school. I'm like, bye. We're going to our separate ways. Hopefully, we'll be friends. Add me on Facebook. Oh my God, wait, we are getting another call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. Who is this?
Hi, my name is Sam.
Sam! Oh my God. Okay, so a bit of movie magic in showbiz, which is short for show business, if you didn't know. Sam was like almost missed being in the final episode, and right as I was done, she was like, "No, I just got off of a Zoom." So I like the second you said that you could call, I was like, lights back on, camera back on, roadcaster barely on, but still on. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, I'm so sorry. I missed my chance and then blew up your hotline. So I'm glad I found you.
You can always blow up my hotline, Sam, and I don't know why that sounded so sexual, but it was just meant to be platonic and professional, so don't go there. What was your favorite memory of Unhinged? Like, what was like a favorite part of it for you? I've been asking the other guys.
I know this is so hard, and I also don't know what anyone else said, and so I'm wondering if people have the same favorite memories. But like, my mind immediately went to the first Christmas episode we did.
Yes.
Did people say that already?
Justin said he loved like the holiday specials, and I was saying, like, as like a junkie who loves a good production, I was just like, oh my God, the even though they were so expensive and like they kind of were a pain in the ass at some points, they were so fun to do. And I just remember that first Christmas one. It was just like, holy shit, that felt like the spirit of Christmas was like alive and well.
It was so fun. Yeah, I remember like getting early and we were all dressed up, and I feel like it might have been like an all day long like event.
Oh my God, no, we were there for so fucking long. It took us so long to set up all of those trees. Like, that is like one of the things I love.
Snowing. Brittany was there.
Yeah. Oh my God. It was just like a full team effort. Like, we all really like cared about having it be good. One of my favorite memories, I don't know if I said this in the episode yet, but when we went to Soli Luna after doing like the house episodes,
mm-hmm.
I loved when the podcast moved to the house. One, because I didn't have to go fucking anywhere, and two, because it created such a homier vibe with a group that already felt like family.
No, totally. Like I was thinking about that too. Like I remember it being stressful at first. We were like, how are we going to pull this off? And like, what's the best like area to film into? And it was just so, it was like going to hang out with friends.
It was the best.
And Andrew.
And Andrew, exactly. Now, what is one thing you would have changed at any point of Unhinged? It could be one specific thing. It could be the whole show. It could be the name.
Okay. No, okay. I was also thinking about this, and this feels like maybe a cheesy answer, but I would change in my own, like personally, I would want to be more present and like appreciative of how lucky I was to just like work with friends every week. And like some of this stuff, like I know sometimes it got stressful and I'm like, oh, I'm doing a calendar of ads and like what thing is happening. Like, but the things that I was stressed out about even were, I had this memory of when I went to the store to buy a bunch of things that were either like, you would have to guess if they were too expensive or if they were cheap.
Yes.
And so I was like, I got to get to the office. Okay, I have this dog toy and these like truffle popcorn. And, like all these like ridiculous things. And, like, I'm like, for this to be like my problem or like that to be like, that's such a fun, I don't know. I feel like looking back on it, I'm like, wow, like I was just supporting Chris, like making an Unhinged masterpiece, and we all became really close friends. And like that's pretty rare, like to go to work with people that you're actually like have fun with.
Well, that is what I might have said in place of you calling, like when I was filming the episode that we're listening to originally, was that like we were assigned to you. Like you guys were assigned to us. Like
Yeah.
that isn't normal for us to like, for people who work like this to just like bond that quick and that deep. Like a lot of people just walk on the set and they're like, "Hey Paul, what's up? All right, we're ready." Okay. And it's just not like that. So I feel so the same of like, I wish I was more like present as it was happening, as especially at like the last episode looking back. I do wish that like I appreciated it more and appreciated how fun it was.
Yeah, no, I feel like it doesn't make sense that it worked out so well that we all
No, it
were like,
really
can we just go
doesn't.
to Luna and like hang out and like go to all of your birthday parties and
Oh, the birthday episodes.
the birthday episode. Hey, that also, like, I don't know if I should count that as an unhinged moment because I feel like we might not even remember all of the things that happened at your actual birthday party.
The one where I had a weed chef come. I mean, I have no fucking recollection of that day.
I know.
Like, not one. I just know that you guys left at the ass crack of dawn the next morning, and I was like, what?
Yeah, no, that was insane. I know. I feel like that. Yeah, I have stories that I don't know if I'm like floundering now. 'Cause I'm like, I don't think I want to say that on the podcast. So
No, we'll save them for a live Patreon event because if you don't know, I work with Sam now at Patreon because that's where she is, and it's just Sam, you are such a special person. I said this in like the thing, like in place of you calling because I didn't think you were gonna make it, but there aren't enough like positive adjectives to describe you. You are so like genuinely kind. Like you are so caring and like loving, and you just made me feel so comfortable and okay so many different times that I needed it. And like I just think you are such a rare person. And I feel so lucky that I got like Unhinged. Like if that's all I got out of Unhinged, that would be such a win, was meeting you.
Oh, Chris, thank you so much. I feel like
Are you crying?
I'm bad at taking it. I'm just bad at taking like.
Well, are you crying?
Genuine. No.
Oh, well, okay. I didn't do that good of a job then. Damn.
He wants me to cry.
No, I'm kidding.
Like that's the win.
But I really did. I do mean everything I said. You are such an extraordinary person, and I hope you always know that.
Thank you so much. I feel the same. I feel like we just had. I mean, yeah, we've had so many conversations over however long this has been, and I feel like when we first started working together, were like new to podcasting, and so but we're such a natural at it. So like that's what some of our conversations were. I'm like, we just need to hone it into like natural Chris Klemens wonderfulness, and I think we did.
I know it only took us 160 episodes to get there, but we did it. So crazy.
You've been doing it.
Oh my God, so crazy. Sam, I live for you. It's like so weird because I've said goodbye to Jake and Justin, and I'm like, I will probably talk to you this week.
Yeah, no, I'm going to email you like right after this.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm excited for more Patreon and to see what you do next. It's going to be awesome.
Get ready, girl. But thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you could be a part of this episode especially. But just I feel honored that you were even a part of half of them. So
thank you so much, Chris.
I love you. And I know the fans love you too.
The bunny thumped to say goodbye.
Oh, your little fucking bunny who doesn't have a little crate. It just free roams your house like a Roomba.
The Roomba could hear your voice and just wanted to thump and say bye. She loves you too.
Oh, I love her. All right. Bye, Sam.
Bye, Chris. Love you.
Love you. Bye. Oh, my God. I am so happy that all three of them were able to be a part of this episode. That, just so special. All right, we have reached the end of the episode. I want to really emphasize the show is we're going to reformat the YouTube channel. So as long as you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Unhinged, it'll be on my main YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris. You can find it through there. The URL might be changing, but it's going to be the same YouTube channel, the same RSS feed. And I don't even know what an RSS feed is, even after 160 episodes. But I'm going to try and make this as streamlined as possible. If you don't want to miss out on the next little podcast that we're doing, I'm hoping to have it up by January or February. So be sure to follow me at Chris Klemens. And I'm very excited for what's to come. And I'm very emotional, honestly, at the idea of taking down all these bricks. I might do a little giveaway on Patreon for some of my listeners and maybe sign some of them and send them out. So who knows? But I really want to thank you guys. We've obviously touched on it of how important it is. This is where I'm going to fucking cry. I already feel it coming. But this show is a great source of stress and insecurity and self-doubt, self-loathing. This was hard for me. There were a lot of episodes, which you guys can fucking watch, where you saw that this was hard and I was going through it. But the way it was hard, it was 30 times better. I mean, it was so fun and funny and stupid. And again, the community that we've built, I just feel eternally grateful for. So if this is your first episode or if this is your 160th episode, thank you so much for being a part of this and making it so fucking fun. And I said this on Patreon, but the best is yet to come. Stay tuned because, this is just the beginning. I'm so excited for what's to come. It is a new podcast. It is still phone calls. It's just essentially a new name and a new set. And I mean, obviously there's going to be like other different shit about it, but if you really like where it's at, don't worry. This isn't goodbye. It's a see you later, and like maybe with an accent, like I'm going to study abroad in Italy and I come back with like, do they call it a lift? I realized that I said Italy, but I meant to say England, and then be like, oh, it's a lift. Anyways, what the fuck am I saying? I don't know, but this feels like the most appropriate way to say goodbye. So thank you so much. I don't know. Like, I just want to take this all in one last time. I love you guys. I might post an after show later, probably not when this goes live, of me kind of taking down the set. I figure that'll be some fun. Not fun, but like, you know what I mean. It'll be some content. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm not good at goodbyes. But it isn't a goodbye. It's a see you later, babes. So, see you later. It's the most unhinged way I could have ended this show. Oh my God, the show's over. Ah, that's so crazy. Ugh, the show's over. Oh my God, the show is over.